Hello. Wanted to start making videos, so that's what I will be doing from here on out. I pulled a couple cards and I wanted to share them with you. First one came out was Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. Let me get the mantis. And then, get this. Wild card. It means what you want it to mean. It means whatever you're trying to manifest, well, honey, I think you're going to be successful with it. It just is determining on what you're trying to manifest. And if you're conscious of what you're manifesting right now, because the wheel is going to turn either way, any sort of idea of what you think is going to happen, like if it's negative or positively charged, it will happen in the way that you perceive, most likely. For instance, I don't know. You can apply it to your own life, but that brings me to an idea that I was sitting with this house plant I have here in this room, and I asked the planter, would you like to say anything? Speak to the people. And they brought up a message of something that I think about or have played with a lot in a philosophical way, in a philosophical setting. The idea of words as avenues to either teach and treat or to traumatize and terrorize. There's two avenues, like a fork in the road, you know? It's like that positive or negative charge. Like, what is the intention behind the words that I speak? And how can I have the confidence that, or just the trust that I can have a better life if I want it? Like I don't know, like a lot of people live their lives completely differently. Some people don't have a lot of problems. Some people run into barrier and boundary and issue and struggle after another. And a lot of people also don't experience that. So take what feels right. But if you are one of those people that struggles, allow yourself to kind of, if I could give advice, or like share some sort of message, it'd be to allow the self to observe patterns and behaviors. There's so many things I could say, and what I really think is, if you are not actively questioning yourself, your life, the way you do things, the way that you interact with the world, the way that the world is existing, that it is my personal belief that it is always a really good decision to lean into questioning those things or pondering upon these things, because that is what makes us dynamic people. That's what allows us to communicate more effectively. It allows us to understand ourselves, understand other people, why they do the things they do. There was someone in my life that taught me a lot. A wise man, you could say, once told me that why, or yeah, that's what it was, is why. A wise man once told me to question why. Okay, you're upset about that one thing? Like, why? What is compelling you to have that feeling? And you can always ask why. And if you're familiar with being a deep introspective person, then you will find that this is can be a tricky avenue. So I suggest if you have trickiness with questioning the why, maybe there's some existential issues here, I implore you to connect deeper with your innate ability to feel awe and wonderment for life. Like regardless of how or why any of this is happening, it is incredible that it is. Like, how far out is this right now that I can hold this thing that has this thing around it that keeps it safe, and that I am also this thing that has this thing around me that keeps me safe. And what a complex experience all of this is. And maybe I don't need to fully understand exactly why, but gosh, it inspires me to question it. It inspires me to like, it's like layering different instruments in a song or something, like the different levels of critical thought and processing. It's like using a different tone of green when you're painting a beautiful landscape. You know, it's like it adds depth, it adds dimension to your character, to yourself. So if you want to be a dynamic, beautiful artist person, this is the path, is questioning, wondering, and not forgetting that awe and that wonder. Like, that's the one thing you need in your pack. That and water. You need your wonder and your water when you go out exploring into the great, beautiful land of the wild psyche that is life. Whatever. It's pretty late here, and I have not slept much, but I'll say this is probably a good first video. And I thank you for being here, and yeah, it's hard for me to want to leave it because I feel like I could keep going, but I think I'll just can it for now. Maybe I'll make another video here soon in the future. But I hope everyone has a blessed day, night, morning, evening. Try not to get too coiled up into the samsara, the struggle cycle. And remember that with this wild card, you have the capacity and the power to get yourself out of it. Like, it's something like what if the snake eating its own tail is like, what if he was just like, he just like remembered he had free will and he was like, wait, I keep trying to do this and it's not working. Like, I keep wanting to do it, but like, I'm continuously trying and it's just not fucking working, and it's not actually satisfying me in the way that I want to be satisfied. Like, maybe this snake, like, eventually is just like, actually, I'm gonna, like, take a break from that for a while, and then, like, goes and doesn't just eat his own tail, but he, like, goes around in all the beautiful nature, and he meets, like, a really beautiful snake, and then they have eggs. They get some eggs laid and hatched, and then suddenly there's another one. And then what happens? He's like, his dad's like, you don't need to be chewing your own tail about it. And then he goes, chew my own tail? that sounds like a great idea. And then he just starts doing that. And that leads me to another idea. But I'm rambling now at this point. But I think that's the purpose. A wise man once told me, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And it's the same idea of sometimes you just gotta piss on the fence for yourself. It's the idea of like, it's an electric fence and you say, oh, no, don't pee on it. Don't do it. And it's like, no matter how many times you tell someone not to do something or, whatever. I mean, the only way for them to really know that they don't want to do it is for them to have to do it. And then they realize they don't want to do it. It's like that one guy on that older man who says that, if you know, you know it. Anyways, I think I'm burnt out. And I hope you guys have a blessed time. And that you talk to some plants and your own spirit. And also say thank you to your water as you drink it.